Sahana vavatu sahana bhunaktu sahaviryam karavavahai tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May the Lord protect us. May He nourish us. May we acquire the capacity to study and understand the scriptures. May our study be brilliant and may we not cavil at each other. Om, peace, peace, peace unto us all. Dear brothers and sisters, loving Sai Ram to all of you. We welcome all of you for the online satsang of the Sri Sathya Sai Baba Center of Arcadia. We started the study guide of the Aradhana Mahotsavam last week, and mainly this covers the 5 fundamental human values: Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, Ahimsa, which we talked about. That is truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. Okay, now we can go to the Ahimsa, last one.
Last one is non-violence, Ahimsa. Om Sri Sai Anatha Nathaya Namaha, who is the guardian or lord of the destitute. Anatha means, quote, those without a lord, a master, a guide, a protector, a guardian. They are the orphans, the destitute, the forlorn, the refugees, the exiled, the outcast. For them all, Baba is the guardian, the Natha, the master, the protector. The very first words that Satya Sai Baba spoke when he threw off the paralysis that he had taken upon himself for 8 days in order to save a devotee who could not survive it were, quote, the Lord is the only refuge for the forlorn. I had to take on this mortal stroke and save my bhakta. That is one of the tasks for which I have come, unquote. Baba insists that no one should be referred to as anatha because all beings are his children and so they have a guardian in him. He never speaks disparagingly for the poor or the illiterate or the leprous or the mutilated and defective. He teaches us all to look upon everyone, however different from us, as Sai himself in that form. Quote, do not hate, do not decry, do not discard, for all those whom you hate, decry and discard are as much Sai as you yourself. You see fault in them, Baba says. Leave all judgment to the Lord. He knows the past, present and future. He has allotted the role to each. Let his will prevail. See Sai in all, revere all, love all, unquote. That is his command. Next section. One should have full faith in the divinity of man. Baba instills the spirit of service among his devotees, and during Dasara, a day generally devoted to social service, he teaches the attitude of worship in which one should render service. He writes and speaks of the service to others as service ultimately to oneself, and injury to others as injury ultimately to oneself. In his words, quote, when the Lord comes down in human form so that he may be of service to man, how happy will he be if man engages himself in that service? Devote your time to the service of the world, irrespective of the results thereof. Unquote. Baba is very particular about the vision which must inspire the devotee who takes up the path of service. Quote, though the service of humanity is holy, unless it is merged in the higher ideal of the Lord, realizing the Lord immanent in all, adoring the Lord in the form of everyone, there is no profit at all. One should have full faith in the divinity of man, and service should be offered in the uninterrupted contemplation of the Lord. Use the power, knowledge, and attainments the Lord has endowed you with for the greatest glory of the Lord, with sincerity and without any malingering. That is the service of the Lord. Whatever be the field of activity or the region of duty where you are called upon to render service. Unquote. Last section. Satya Sai sets an example of non-violence. He kept away from places where pigs, sheep, cattle, or fowl were killed or tortured, or where fish were trapped or caught. He avoided kitchens and vessels used for cooking flesh or fowl. When a bird was selected to be prepared for dinner, little Satya would run to find the bird, clasp it to his bosom, and fondle it, as if the extra love he poured on it would induce the elders to relent and spare that fowl. He was called by the neighbors Brahmagyani, a realized soul, because of this type of aversion to killing and this measure of love towards creation. At such times, Satya would run to the home of the village accountant nearby, for they were Brahmins and vegetarians. He would take the food offered by Subbama, the aged lady residing there. Even as a child, Satya was against all sports and games which caused cruelty or pain. He would not allow his companions to witness the annual bullock cart race held on the sands of the river bed during one of the village festivals. He objected to the twisting of the tails of the bullocks and the flaying of their backs with sticks for the vicarious glory of the owner. That is the end of the chapter. Over to you, Dr.
It's okay. I think that completes all the 5 human values. So particularly today is, as we said, for Jains, Mahavir Jayanti, and they emphasize a lot on the principle of non-violence. You know, Jains, they even wear the masks, and when they walk, they are very careful, and then they, after the sunset, they don't try to put the lights on. So they go to extremes. But that is what the principle, both Mahavir and Lord Buddha, they emphasize the principle of Ahimsa. That's why they said, Ahimsa paramo dharma. The highest dharma is Ahimsa. And that is what is nothing but love, because love in understanding. You know the pain of other people. That is why Swami said, he was born in a Raju family where they eat meat and all that. But from childhood, he could not see the suffering of the other beings, because there they eat, they kill the chicken for all that. So he could not take it. That's why he used to go to the places where Brahmins who used to eat the vegetarian food. So the main thing is, from childhood, he showed the example how hurting anything is very painful. And not only hurting the animals, anything, even plants, even the little things like dogs or anything, Swami would not allow it. So he emphasizes on non-violence. But the non-violence these people practice is most at the physical level, that you don't go and hurt anybody. But Swami says this non-violence should at the 3 levels: thought, word, and deed. Because at the deed, you won't go and hit somebody, at least as devotees, or hurt physically. But the non-violence should go from the physical level to the word. So in the words, he says it is even more hurtful. So once you say some harsh word or something which hurts, people carry it for years, sometimes for generations. So we should be very careful the words. That is why Swami says your words should be truthful, soft, and loving. So that is what the first level is. No violence at the physical level. That means don't go and hit somebody, kill somebody, hurt somebody. But higher than that is practicing non-violence at the word level by speaking lovingly, truthfully, and softly. And the highest level is the non-violence at the thought level. Because people grossly, when you hit something, they will see that is gross. Then subtler is the word that also people can experience. But thoughts, what you are thinking, you may be looking at somebody, you may not say anything, but in the thought level, you may be having negative thoughts. But that is also very, very harmful because, and as Ramana Maharshi, Swami Vivekananda emphasized, these thoughts travel millions of miles. What the things you are thinking about somebody in India, it can go right away without any delay. And same thing the other way around. Thoughts travel faster than even sound and light. That's just instantly you are there, the thing. So you should be always have positive and noble thoughts. That is why once somebody asked Ramana Maharshi, oh, you are always in Tiruvannamalai, you don't go anywhere, you don't do any service, you don't go and preach. He says, how do you know I'm not doing service? The very fact we think and send the powerful thoughts, positive thoughts that helps people. And he gave the example of these great sages in Himalayas, in the caves. The thoughts, they have good thoughts, they penetrate the walls of the caves, travel all over the world, and that is the way the world is. So always thinking about the positive thoughts is very, very important. So I will conclude with one experience which I shared before also. We were in Vrindavan. In the morning, they have a saying in the college hostel, and then they come and share in the evening with Swami. Swami asked them what was there in the morning. Swami, we had a saying, that time, those days, it was almost 40 years ago, Naxalites. I think that is the time they are Naxalite movement. They are bad people, they hurt, because in the name of social movement, they go and hurt people. We were talking about Naxalites, what Swami suddenly looked at the students and he said, you're all Naxalites. I was shocked. My God, how he's telling that's all we thought they're all nice boys, doing good work, vegetarians, doing service, following Swami's teaching. He said, you may be good, you talk good, wear nice shirt, nice talks, but your thoughts, you have bad thoughts, negative thoughts, that is very harmful. You are as bad as Naxalites you have. So we should be always pray to God that that is where the easiest solution is repeating God's name. When you have go on saying Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, or Rama, Rama, Jesus, Jesus, that time the mind is occupied, these negative thoughts right away fly away. That's why Swami says, why do we bhajans and clap like these sins, like birds, they fly away when you eat the birds like that. So we need to repetition of God's name. It's one of the easiest way, the positive thinking, and then all these negative thoughts will go away. That is why the importance of practicing non-violence. Sai Ram.